Hi everyone, so it's really early in the morning and I'm just packing up Gizmo and Jafar's stuff to stay at the vet's today. They're staying in all day, and if you've been on my Facebook page then you'll know a little bit more about it, but I'll explain what goes on later in the video. So I just made a list last night of stuff I'd need for them, and they basically just said bring food and hay. I haven't got the hay yet, and I also have left out their water bottle for now. Because I don't know what they've got in the way of houses and things like that. They probably don't have anything. So I've brought quite a lot of Gizmo and Jafar's stuff. So I brought two of the little Pets at Home Pigloos. I bought a fleece just in case. It's kind of like a bear base to their cage. I thought they might get cold, so I brought a fleece. They've also got a tunnel, their Hop Nibble Squeak Chew, another little chew here. I've just put in their favourites. I put in some Beefer apple snacks, just in case someone wants to give them a treat. I put in their Oxbow urinary tabs, which they can have as a treat in the afternoon. And I also put in their measured out food and their little polka dot bowl. So that's pretty much it, although I will be putting their hay and their water bottle in here as well, but I don't want to take their water bottle off them yet because we're not quite ready to go. So that's what I'm taking with them.
Gizzy, Gizzy, are you going away on holiday? You are. So Gizmo and Jafar are both in their carrier and we're about to leave for the vets. And it's really sad, I'm going to miss them. They've never been away for the whole day. Well, they've never been away at all. So I'm a little bit nervous, but they're not really bothered. I think I'm more worried than they are. Gizzy. You're a good boy. Where's your brother? Where is he?
So I'll explain the story a little bit more later, and when the vet has had a look at them. But basically I took them in the other day because they've actually both had blood in their urine now. So now I'm thinking it must be something genetic because they're brothers, and I've always been really careful to have them on a low calcium diet and stuff like that, and none of my other guinea pigs have ever had anything like it, and it just seems like it must be genetic, because some guinea pigs are prone to this sort of thing and there's not really much you can do about it, no matter how careful you are. But basically I took them in the other day and she had a little feel of their bladders, but they both just emptied their bladders, so she couldn't really feel anything, and a scan wouldn't reveal anything because their bladder would be too small. Basically the bigger their bladder is, the easier it is to see things, and because they both just empty their bladder, she said it would be a good idea to bring them in for the whole day today, so they could basically just do it throughout the day.
Hi everyone, so I'm back and the piggies are here, back in their cage.
So it actually took a lot less time than we thought it would. The vet had a pretty free morning, so it's about 11 o'clock and they're back with us, which is great. So they did have an x-ray done, and I'll insert a picture if I can here. The top photo is Gizmo with his little podgy tummy, and the bottom one is Jafar. So basically they're all fine. There's no stones, there's no nothing. They did have a ultrasound a couple of weeks ago, or a little while back. If you watch my video on Jafar's trip to the vet, he had an ultrasound then and that showed nothing, and now they've done an x-ray and that showed nothing as well. So there's no stones, there's no nothing. It's also really good to find out that there's no anything wrong with any of their bits. They don't have any I don't know, random growths or anything. I get really worried about them, so it was really nice to see all their insides and see that they're all okay. So basically the vet isn't entirely sure whether it is blood in their urine. He thinks it could just be kind of a discoloured pee, because sometimes rodents do pee different colours. So he's not entirely sure that it is even blood. So basically he's given me this little stick thing, which I was going to get a few of anyway, but they're quite expensive on Amazon. I was also going to get the ones that show up whether they have diabetes for the hamsters, basically, because my two little dwarves are diabetes prone species. So I thought I'd get some little sticks that you dip in their pee, just to see if there's any ketones or whatever in their pee. So this one, it is this one here. Basically when they do a wee and it's a red colour, I'll dip it in, and if this one goes all dotty and then ends up this colour, it means that there is blood in their pee, and then I have to take them back in again. But it's been a bit odd because they will pee a really bright red colour all day, so I'll ring the vet, I'll make an appointment for the next day, and then their pee will be normal again the next day, which is a bit odd. So every couple of weeks they seem to have a day where their pee is bright red. So again, the same as last time, I'm just going to keep an eye on them. So it's a very expensive checkup basically, but it's nice to know they're okay. So I'll just show you how much it cost, just in case your guinea pigs need a x-ray really, and you want to know what sort of thing it's going to cost you, so you can kind of prepare yourself. So the checkup that we went in for was £26.06, and that was just for them to make an appointment today for them to see the vet and get an x-ray. So basically that's the cost there. So the total was £99.19, which is a lot of money, but they both had their x-rays done. They did them at the same time, and they didn't exactly put them under anaesthetic. They kind of gave them a gas which just made them lethargic. I can't remember what the vet called it. It was some really, really long name, but it was basically just to make sure they sit still, because my boys are far too wriggly to sit still for an x-ray, and even if someone held them they'd be wriggling all over the place. So basically they just gave them a whiff of this gas just to make them sleepy enough that they'd sit a bit still. And in the x-rays they did move a little bit, so it's not as clear as they'd like it to be, but it was still really clear, and they got a good picture of all their insides. So I'll also put the picture of that x-ray up on my Facebook page, just because I think personally it's really, really interesting. I love seeing their insides because I'm so used to seeing their outsides. I just find it fascinating. So the boys are absolutely fine. They weren't exactly under anaesthetic, they were just sleepy, but they came around really, really quickly, and they're all munching on hay, and Jafar's a little bit annoyed with me, but I'm sure they'll forgive me soon. I brought some treats with me, so they're all okay. You're such a cutie. So yeah, guinea pigs are very, very expensive animals, and please make sure that you've always got some money put aside for vet bills, because vet bills do all seem to come at the worst possible time. It's January, which is always a bit of a tight month money wise. It's just after Christmas, and I've never really got much money in January, so it happens at the worst possible time, but it's okay. At least I know they're okay. So basically they're both absolutely fine, apart from Gizmo's teeth aren't amazing. They're not too long or anything, but the vet just said they're not too great, so I should increase their fresh grass intake, because that will also help with their bladders if they do have some kind of calcium building up in their bladder, which because basically grass has a really high moisture content, it will flush out their bladder more frequently, because these boys are absolutely rubbish at drinking. They do get lots of things like cucumber, which is quite watery. I've increased their wet veg intake, so they flush their bladders out more, but I do need to increase their grass intake because it's also got lots of vitamin C, whereas with things like hay it doesn't have a high moisture content, and also the longer things are stored, the less vitamin C. Basically vitamin C deteriorates over time, so the longer it's stored, the kind of less nutritious it gets. So if I feed them some fresh grass, then hopefully that will just help them be generally healthier. But other than that, they're all fine, and I'm just going to keep an eye on them. So thank you everyone for wishing us well. I had loads of lovely messages on Facebook wishing us luck with the vets, and it all went very, very well. So we're all okay. Gizzy, Gizzy, do you want to say thank you to everyone? So yeah, they really they really weren't phased really by going to the vets for a few hours. I think I was more worried than they were. I was kind of worrying about whether they'd be good or whether people would you know, be nice to them. I don't know what I was expecting, but I'm very protective over my boys. So I'm so glad it went well, because there is obviously some risks, even with that little bit of kind of anaesthetic-y stuff that they had. There is a slight risk, although it's not as serious as putting them under anaesthetic properly, but I always worry about them. So there they are. There's little Snoop Pig. Don't make you jump. You're such a good boy. I think all the other pigs are a bit jealous because Gizmo and Jafar have had quite a lot of attention recently. I've been weighing them really, really frequently, just to check they're not losing any weight, because that's one of the first signs of illness with small animals. Guinea pigs are prey species, so they hide illness very, very well, because that's what they would do in the wild, so they wouldn't get eaten. So they do hide illness very well, so weighing all the time is a very good way of seeing that they're all healthy. Hello, you're such an attention seeker. You are. Where's your brother? Where is he? Oh, good boy. You're so cute. Ellie. Oh, you're so clever. Good girl. Good girl. You've got hay on your head. These girls, I'm sorry about the state of the cages as well. They're due a clean out tomorrow. I've spot cleaned them. They've just got hay absolutely everywhere. These girls are kind of a little magnet to hay, if you can see. They're absolutely covered. I think it's because their hair is kind of like Velcro, so all the hay sticks to them. Good girls. Snoopy, come here. Come here. Hello. You are such a cutie. Ollie. What are you doing? So I think that's about it really. I just wanted to update you. As normal, if anything happens, there's always updates on my Facebook. But I think I can explain things a little bit easier in videos than on statuses, but I think that's about it. So thanks for watching, and luckily they're all okay, and I'll be keeping a very close eye on them. So bye! Bye!